some commercial deal analysis going, and we're getting like, starting to make offers, and the more offers that you make, the better that you get at negotiating, right? The better that you get. It's all just experience. If you don't have a coach, it's, you just get out there and try. If you have a coach, I'll tell you what to do. But, and then you just make offers, right? Just put an offer in, right? That's all you got to do. Just put an offer in. The worst they could do is just say no, right? And just laugh in your face. Even if it's a super low offer, they just be like, ha ha ha. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to go over is the next step. So now you put this offer in, right? And now you're like, oh my gosh, he said yes. Now what do I do? This person said yes, right? That's a whole next step. And the next step is finding the money. So let's do that. Now let me just fix I think my internet's not working on this thing. Oh yeah, River Park. Let me see. Oh, it should be working. Yeah. I'll do this one. Oh yeah, it's got a weird connection or something. Or no, maybe this. Okay, let's see if this one works. Just try 3 connections. Okay, good. All right, so this is working. There you go. When you live in an RV, you have to have like you have to have like 3 internet connections because you just never know which one's going to work, right? We're like everything's always like just spotty. It's all the traveling is fun, but the internet is a little tricky. Okay, so now we're in step 4, finance. Okay. So now we got to find some money, honey, right? So depending on what type of a deal that you buy, it's going to matter who's going to be funding it or how you're going to fund it, right? And I go into all the different deals actually on the first session, on the first module. When you get into the admin part and the office part of the course, we'll go through all the different types of deals, but I'm going to list those out right here so we can talk about the money for each deal. All right, so everybody knows what I buy. I buy mismanaged properties. Mismanaged properties means that like it's 75% full or less. All right, that means that a bank is not going to fund these. A bank wants to fund something that's like an amazing, beautiful investment that you're going to make money on, right? And mismanaged properties for the first year, at least you ain't making no money on it. You got to come out of pocket. Okay, you got to come out of pocket. But the reward is that you're like doubling to tripling even more the value of the property. You're at least doubling to tripling the value of the property. Okay, that's why I like mismanaged properties. Now, with mismanaged properties, you can't go to a bank and get funding for it. So what you do is you either find private lenders, you find hard money lenders, or you find partners, right? Or you do what I'm doing and you start a fund, right? Or you can syndicate, right? That's all the ways that you can fund a mismanaged facility. You can find partners, or you can use your own cash, own money. Now, you really don't want to use your own money, right? You want to leverage everybody else's money, but some people, they just think inside the box. You want to learn how to leverage other people's money, and you do that by finding private lenders, hard money lenders, partners, a fund, or syndication. Okay. Now, the second way to invest in self-storage is income-producing properties, right? Income. When you find an income-producing property, the owner gives you a P&L, gives you a balance sheet, gives you everything that you need. They're just like, hell yeah, I'm going to be selling this thing for the top dollar. Here's my P&L, here's my balance sheet, here's my rent roll, here's my survey, right? Everything that you can imagine is all there for you, okay? So with that, you can take all that and then you could go to a bank. And guess what? Banks love storage facilities. All right, why would banks love storage facilities? Does anybody have any guess? If you have a guess, put it into the to the chat. All right, with a bank, you want to first try a local bank. Talk about like, so if you're going to go and like build a facility in like Worcester, Ohio, then you're going to be going to the Worcester Bank of Ohio, right? You're going to the Worcester Community Bank. All right, something like that is what you're going to do. Community banks love storage facilities, and they also love new construction. So if you want to build, then you just go to a local bank and they're going to give you the money. I mean, just as long as you've got 20% down, right? You need 20% down, and then they'll fund the rest. You get like awesome interest rates. I'm seeing awesome interest rates right now. Okay, so that's local bank. You can get an SBA loan. SBA loves storage facilities, loves storage facilities. All right. So you want to go, you can, especially the bigger facilities, right? I'm talking about the bigger would be like maybe 500,000 plus, right? They'll do 75% full or more is what they'll do, right? 75% full or more. So, you know, they don't want to have anything, and local banks will do 75% full or more, essentially, you know, but you know, anything under 75% is considered a mismanaged facility. But if you get a rent roll, a P&L on a balance sheet, like, you can definitely get an SBA loan. Okay. Let's see what else is there. Oh yeah, and then you can also do the same things. You can fund, you can get a partners, equity. When you get into the commercial real estate investing world, you have to learn how to partner on deals. It's called creative deal structuring. Creative deal structuring, because banks can only go so far, right? So you got to be open to partnering and having people bring money into your deals, doing things like syndication and funding, because unless you just want to buy like a couple of $200,000 facilities, it's just your money ain't going to go that far, right? I have one student right now that he bought a facility for like $450,000, and he put 20% down. He's buying a second facility, 20% down. It's around 400,000 or 450, same kind of deal. And then now he's trying to buy this $800,000 facility. He has the money to put down. He has the 20% down. So he just went to the local bank, and local bank was like, sorry, but you are now over leveraged. We are not lending to you, right? So on these types of deals, like, you have to think outside the box, right? So this is called creative deal structuring, right? So in the finance department, you have to learn how to structure deals. And I just love this so much. I love this. My favorite part of commercial real estate is just like figuring out how to put deals together. I like to figure out how to put deals together, but not put any money into the deal. That's my favorite thing ever. All right. You know, and so that's kind of how it works. All right, so that is a huge part of the finance department. And actually, the truth is in Storage Nerds, we go over this basically every Tuesday we go over this, but every Tuesday that we meet, because a student comes on and they talk about how they fund their deal, you know, and so people get to hear all the different ways that people are funding their deals, which is awesome. But this, when I say creative deal structuring, I'm talking about partnering, equity partners, right? General partnerships. I'm talking about like funds, like a Reg D fund, crowdfunding, and syndications. All right. Like this student that has this $3.6 million deal. I mean, essentially, I'm just going to pitch it to Storage Nerds and see who wants to, you know, put money in. And we're going to just see how much money we can raise from everybody in Storage Nerds, because it's such a fantastic deal. And then outside the realm, all my lenders and stuff, I already pitched it to one of my lenders, and she was like, yeah, I'm in. You know, so like that kind of stuff is what is like partnering and then coming together, pooling your money together, create a company and purchase it. Okay, that kind of stuff is my favorite thing about commercial real estate. Okay. Another thing that we mentioned, so there's I mentioned new construction. You can just go to a loan and get a bank, right? You know, So, but the two most popular ways of getting into self-storage are mismanaged facilities and income producing properties. So I kind of went over that, but inside the course, I'll go over the other different ways as well too, and really how to fund those and things. Okay. So all my students should be watching that. All right. That is the finance department.